If you've seen the new Odyssey movie, you watched a man spend 10 years trying to get home. But the movie never explains what put him out there. The war. 10 years of it. Thousands dead. A whole city burned. Most people say it started over a woman. Helen. The face that launched 1,000 ships. That's wrong. Or it's the last domino, not the first. It started at a wedding. Because one guest wasn't invited. And because of a piece of fruit. The gods are throwing that wedding. The bride is Thetis, a sea nymph. The groom is Peleus, a mortal king. And that's strange. Gods don't marry down. Ever. So why this one? Because Zeus wanted her. But he heard a warning first. Any son Thetis had would grow up stronger than his father. Zeus took his own father's throne. He knew how that story ends. Therefore he married her off to a human. A human son can't overthrow a god. Here's what he missed. That son was Achilles. The deadliest fighter of the whole war exists because Zeus got scared. But the guest list is the real problem. Every god gets invited. Every one, except Eris. The goddess of discord. Nobody wants her at a party. And Eris doesn't scream. She doesn't curse anyone. She walks in, drops a solid gold apple on the floor, and walks out. One word is scratched into it. To the fairest. She never says who it's for. That's the trick. 3 of the most powerful goddesses alive are in that room, and all 3 reach for it. Hera, queen of the gods. Athena, war and strategy. Aphrodite, love. It's not about the apple anymore. It's about who gets called the most beautiful, out loud, in front of everyone. So they take it to Zeus. And Zeus, the guy who throws lightning, says no. Pick one, and the other 2 hate you forever. One of them is his wife. Therefore he passes it down to a human. He picks a shepherd on a mountain outside Troy. His name is Paris. He has a wife up there. A mountain nymph named Oenone, who can heal any wound that exists. Remember her. Paris looks like a nobody. He isn't. He's a prince of Troy, a son of King Priam. So what's a prince doing herding sheep? Because his own parents tried to kill him. Before he was born, his mother dreamed she gave birth to a burning torch. The fire ate the whole city. The priests were clear. This baby will destroy Troy. Kill it. They couldn't do it themselves. Therefore they gave him to a servant, who left the baby on the mountain. He didn't die. So the mortal Zeus picks at random is the exact person Troy was warned about. And 3 goddesses are walking up his hill. They tell him to judge. But it stops being a beauty contest immediately. Because they start bidding. Hera offers power. Real rule over Europe and Asia. Athena offers victory. Skill in war so total he never loses a fight again. Then Aphrodite. No land. No armies. She offers him a girl. The most beautiful woman alive. He picks Aphrodite. A shepherd gets offered the world and takes a girl he's never met. But there's a problem with the prize, and Paris doesn't know it. Aphrodite never said the woman was available. Her name is Helen. And Helen is already married. To Menelaus, king of Sparta. Aphrodite keeps her promise anyway. She helps Paris sail to Sparta, walk into that palace as a guest, and leave with the king's wife. Some call it kidnapping. Some say she went willingly. Either way, Paris didn't win Helen. He took delivery of stolen goods. Now here's what turns a scandal into a war. One angry husband can't burn a city. Menelaus has an army, nowhere near enough. He should be stuck. He isn't. Because of a deal signed years earlier. Back when Helen was single, every king in Greece wanted her. All of them armed. Her father knew picking one meant war with the rest. So a young man offered a way out. Make them all swear first. Swear to defend whoever wins her, against anyone, forever. They all swore. Menelaus won. And the second Paris's ship left Sparta, that oath switched on. Every king in Greece was bound to sail. The man who invented that oath? Odysseus. He's home with a wife and a newborn son. He wants nothing to do with this. Therefore he tries to get out. When they come to collect him, he acts insane. Plowing a field, planting salt in the dirt, like a man who's lost his mind. It almost works. But one of them tests it. He picks up the baby, Telemachus, and sets him in the soil, directly in front of the plow. Odysseus stops. That's the moment. He sails. He wins a 10-year war. Then he spends 10 more years lost at sea, trying to get back to that same child. Because of a rule he wrote himself. One apple, one shepherd, one oath. And Paris? 10 years later, he's dying from an arrow outside the walls of Troy. They carry him back up his old mountain, to Oenone, the wife he left, the one who can heal any wound that exists. He begs. She looks at him, and she says no. He died on the way back down. She killed herself the same day. The war ended exactly where it started. Same hill, same man, same choice. Like and share, thanks.